Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 14 properties, and you would be surprised at how little I rehearse or prepare. This is all basically one take we do here. I wanted to let you know that I just joined the gym for the first time in years. You wouldn't know it by looking at me now, but I used to be a personal trainer back in university. I was in great shape, start the business, start the family, things change. But health is never a concern until it becomes an issue, and then it becomes right at the forefront of our attention. So I'm trying to avoid that. The writing's on the wall that I had to kind of move around a little bit more. So if that encourages you to get your own New Year's resolution started, why not? You know, I heard Tony Robbins say one time that a room can have it can be in darkness for 10 years, and all it takes is just to flick the light switch to immerse it in light. And so it doesn't matter what happened in the past, it's what happens today forward. So anyway, if that's inspiring or in any way helpful, there you go. Let's get started with today's list. Lamont is our first one, $499.9. They're holding back on offers until the ungodly hour of Sunday at 7 p.m. I don't think real estate should happen on Sunday after 4 or 5. I think they should just say, we're done. All brick. You've got this is where the staircase is. You get this nice sort of 2-story window thing happening. And, you know, it's got, any corner house usually has separate living dining room, just the way it's set up. And then you've got kitchen and eat-in. And I think there's even the other room here. So it's not the best staged home. Taking the treadmill out. I mean, I always say to people, look, you can sell it as is, or you can sell it the enhanced version, and the enhanced version is probably worth $10,000 or $20,000. So anything that you can do that costs less, either in time or money than that, why wouldn't you do it, right? It just becomes a question of whether or not you have the motivation or the physical ability to do so, or if you just have the savings. And if you don't, that's okay. We've seen homes with mismatched appliances. Sellers can't do anything about it because of a tough financial position. That's okay, but the circumstances that creates is you just sell for less than what you could. But a four bedroom end unit townhouse over 2,000 square feet, then the first number is going to be a 5 for sure. There will be other people on offer night, or if there's not, then I don't know, but it will be. Okay, so Whitney Terrace is $739.9. I don't know which model this is. I'm not as good with the new Mattamy stuff. It looks like it's the staggered garage, which opens up the floor plan inside. You'd hope that they'd finish this post right here. And you can see it's in an predominantly unfinished area. It's a brand new neighborhood. We don't see a lot selling right from construction phase because there's a penalty with HST. There's just a lot of ways that taxes can burn you. So a lot of people will throw a tenant in for a year and then sell it afterwards to reduce that kind of exposure to taxation. But here's the deal. So it's in this new area right here. So you can see Farmstead's going to hook up with the existing Farmstead. At some point it'll bend like it bends up here. Britannia Road, Bronte, 25. The CN Intermodal's right here, and from what I heard from the people buying these homes is that they weren't told. So builders are not obligated, and I share an article a lot. If you click in the bonus articles, it talks about buying a home from a builder, the pros and the cons, and one of them is the builder's rep does not work for you. So I'll put a link down below to that article. The thing about this, you might have trucks that are coming along Britannia, maybe going up 25. I believe that's going to be the route is 25. But we're talking, 1,000 trucks a day kind of thing. So it's pretty significant traffic. The region of Charlton has put together what you should know, right? So the proposed project, everybody locally, including Gary Carr, the regional chair, and town council, and everybody's against this, against the location. I think there's a clarification too. A lot of people aren't opposed to the idea of a logistics hub, but just where they're putting it is really prime development land, more or less. And the argument is the density for the amount of land and the amount of jobs it creates. It could create more jobs with a different use, or it could create more houses where we could fit more people. So anyway, there's two local organizations. First is Milton Rail, and the second one is Milton Says No. I'll put those links down below for you too, so it'll be a busy link day. But you got to know about that stuff, especially if you're buying this one on Whitney. I really like this one on Stagg Garden. $780 is the price, which I think is the absolute right price for this. 2572 square feet. It's a Glenwood model, and it's stucco and stone. And so this is, for some reason, people love this elevation, and it always tends to sell for more than what I think. So I think they've got a good price here. Hardwood stairs. You've got diagonal hardwood. In the front living room, you've got this beautiful stone fireplace. It's really nice. I've never seen that in the front room. The builders put the fireplace almost always in the family room, which is towards the back of the house facing the kitchen. Yeah, that's the normal builder fireplace right there. And so they've done some custom lights here. It doesn't look like they're holding back on offers here. You got 4 bedrooms upstairs, plus you've got this loft area. And so that's a great place for a home office too. Yeah, really nice. Stagg Gardens, a pretty quiet street too. So there's a lot of things in here that I think make this certainly a contender for pick of the day. Next up is Milton Brooke Crescent, 819.9. I don't know the size of this one. It says it's between 2,000 and 2,500. Usually, if you're in that range, you have to be playing at a pretty high level. Now they've done some nice 24 by 24 tiles. The front appearance is quite nice, and I really like the location on Milton Brook, and I'll talk about that in a second. But good finishes. You've got a bit of a gray tone in the floors, which is very stylish right now. It's a very interesting layout, and you don't really see this kind of layout anywhere else. They've got some lighter cabinets, but most of it's dark. I'm more of a single tone kind of guy in the kitchen, but it's cool. It's a different floor plan than what you've seen, probably in any other home, any other builder. Big backyard too, 101 feet deep. The madamies are about 88 or so. Anyway, why do I like Milton Brook? So here's Milton Brook right here, just off of McLaughlin. This home backs onto St. Benedict. So depending on how the school, I can't think just offhand how the school sits on this property, but you're really close to the hospital, right? There's going to be expansion, so you're going to see the hospital potentially from your backyard through the school here. But yeah, you've got a Catholic elementary school. You've got a public elementary school here. Sunnymount Park is one of my favorite areas. You also have this green space right here. There's a trail that goes right through Milton. If you go a little further over on this side, you have a huge park over here. You've got the Milton Sports Center. You have a popular fast food place that will probably be built somewhere around here. I won't give that one away, but that's a little bit of a coming soon kind of thing. You just have a very nice spot close to things that I think most families would really be into. Yeah, it's nice. This is a good property, and I think they priced it well too. So next one is Limestone. It's just off of Guelph line, so it's not that far west, about 10 minutes or so. 1.395. I saw it when it was listed a few years ago for like 1.1. And the thing is, in the country, even if you aim on the higher side, there tends to be some negotiating. And I think this might be a little bit high, but it's also a really, really neat property. For some reason, these pictures aren't showing up. Let's try this again. 3000 Limestone Road, 1.395. And so I saw this one years ago and it was listed for like 1.1 or something like that. Even if you aim a little bit on the high side in the country, I think that there's usually negotiating room. We see country properties all the time that sell for 50 or 75,000 less than what they're listed for. So I really like this one. I think first of all, I like the Cape Cod look a whole lot. There's a little gazebo off to the side. You've got a room above the, like a lofty area above the garage. So for a home office use, I believe that goes right up here, if memory serves correct. But it's not that far from town, really. It's just off of Guelph Line, and nice big front porch there. A little bit more of a rustic style, but I remember it was a nice impression when I was there. Most of it has kind of a wood tone. The kitchen, you've got a laundry room just off the kitchen, and you've got the built-in appliances. There's a little office there. There's your laundry. I believe this might be above the garage. It could be above the house. But what I like is the outside. There's a real sexy part outside. Not sexy, maybe sporty. What's that? That's above the garage. So that's your space above the garage. That's what it is there. Now, that's what you see from behind. They also have a pool off to the side and a hot tub. Okay, so you got a nice looking pool. But here's my favorite part. Off the deck, you have, that's a golf green right there. There's a pond that goes like this. So you can hop off your deck and hit a par 3 hole. It's maybe, I don't know, 120 yards or something like that. There you go. So there's your stuff. There's your pond. That's your green over there too. So that is nice. And there's a little outbuilding here. It's a really nice looking property. That's what it would look like in better weather too. Little campfire. That's the lifestyle you're buying in the country. I just think it's just got a nice little package. A cool layout for a house, the chance to retreat up here. That could even be nanny's quarters, and a backyard that would excite a lot of people. You can tell when I really like a place, can't you? That's the list for today. And if you want to go see anything in this list, especially Limestone, I would be glad to show it to you. And the whole team is here to help with anything that you need. So have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.